Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Stuttering Drew, and today in this video I'm gonna talk about what's happened, the things that happened to Nick Cannon, him losing his jobs and things like that. But before I get started, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and hit that bell notification icon. Now, I haven't been uploading videos as often because a lot of circumstances going on with my two little kids always being here right now, and everything going on with the homeschooling, so I haven't really been keeping up, and I only do videos on stuff that I'm passionate or interest me, and a lot of things haven't. So, but this one, I had to speak on this one. I know that there are a lot of YouTubers and celebrities too, but the YouTubers, a lot of them wouldn't even repeat what Nick Cannon said because they're afraid that they wake up the next day and their channel is taken down. So, and I seen like the story about Dwayne Wade deleting tweets or something like that, or he said it out his tweet is in support of Nick Cannon, but now he doesn't support what he said. And I understand everyone is trying to protect their jobs or protect themselves, but what I'm about to say is not the most popular thing. Some of you may not agree, some of you may, but I don't see what he said as being anti-Semitic. I mean, this word is very new in my vocabulary. And I know, and I couldn't understand. The Jews have been going through a lot, especially last year. You heard about them being attacked over and over again in the news. It was in the news throughout 2019, attack after attack after attack. So I understand why, but I don't understand what he said, how that was anti-Semitic. And from what I looked up, the meaning of the word, I can't remember everything right now, the exact meaning right now, but I know it's, I guess, like somebody's like against them, or like he's saying bad things against them, or he's trying to attack them or something like along those lines. But he didn't say nothing bad about them. He said something that's been around for decades. I've been hearing about this my entire life, that blacks are the original Jews. I've seen this on news reports years ago. I remember it was like was it the early 2000s, or was it the late 90s? I've seen a news report of I think it was the Ethiopian leader, something like that, and he was saying that they are the original Jews, and then it was taken away from them. So this is something I've been hearing, but I'm a person, I'm not religious or anything like that, so I always blow those things off. But I've been hearing this for a long time. There's a video on TikTok. I tried to find it, but I couldn't remember. And at the time, like I said, I'm not religious, so I saw it, I listened to it, but then I just swiped up and went to the next video. But there's a Jewish man on TikTok saying that blacks are right. Blacks were the original Jews. So there's a Jewish man up there saying that, and then there's other videos up there as well of blacks who are saying it, other white people who are saying the same thing. So, and like I said, when I was in high school, my social studies or history, whatever it is called, teacher said he said the same thing. He said blacks were the original Jews. So I've heard about this my whole life. So Nick Cannon saying this is no surprise, is nothing new, not news that I've never heard. But it's surprising to me that it's now him hating, having hate towards Jews, and this is something that is going along with the culture, with the cancel culture that he lost. He lost his jobs, couple of his job. I mean, he still has the Masked Singer. He's still there. They will keep him. And I know a lot of people say this cancel culture is the left, and most of the time I'm hearing it is always the people on the left that's doing that. And like I said, I don't care about left, right, up, down. I've said that many times. I don't care about the politics. It has nothing to do with how I feel. There's things where that I agree that the left do, and stuff that I disagree the left does, and the stuff that I agree with the right, and stuff that I disagree with the right. So for me, it's not, I don't care about party political style. I don't care about none of that. But I don't see. It's hard for me to understand what he said that was so wrong, because it's nothing that hasn't been said before, and why wasn't it said back then that it was anti-Semitic? Nowadays, this cancel culture is just. It's like you can't say anything. You can't speak your mind or anything. They're trying to shut you down, and I don't agree with that. I mean, my girl and I we see things differently, and I understand. Like I said, I understand what they're going through, but my girl and I, we stand on different sides of this cancel culture thing. But I don't I don't agree with it. I mean, she understands. She agree. She see it in a way where, well, somebody who's coming out speaking racist and stuff like that should be canceled. I'm like, okay, you're kind of right in that part, but I rather know who's racist and who's not. Just me. I'd rather you come out and let me know you're racist than for you to hide it and plot and stuff against me. At least I can know. At least I know who's who and who's not. Who's hiding behind what and who's not. That's just how I feel about it. But I hate this whole cancel culture thing. I really hate it. They try to cancel Dave Chappelle, but was unsuccessful there, because you can't cancel somebody who don't care. That's how I see it. You can't cancel somebody who don't care. Nick Cannon at first wasn't going to apologize, and he said they had to apologize to him. But then eventually he caved in and he apologized, because he has this way of living that he wants to continue. I'm assuming that he wants to continue living this lifestyle, and he having no income coming in, he can't maintain this level of flashiness and stuff that a lot of these celebrities do, going on all these amazing trips and things like that, buying these big mansions and stuff like that. So I understand. I understand that everyone is not going to stand their ground like Monique. I mean, I wish they would stand up for their rights, and because in my opinion, nothing he said was wrong. He did not say anything that was anti. He was just stating something that was there for, like I said, ever since I was a kid, I've been hearing about this. So it's nothing new for me. Nothing new for me. But the fact that I didn't like that he first he beat his chest, and then he's like, you know what, forget it. I'm just gonna cave in. The same way I felt when Kevin Hart did the same thing. Apologized for something he already apologized for. Like, how many more times is he supposed to apologize? He's a comedian, and he was making a joke. It's like, you can't even be a comedian anymore. Like, you can't have nothing, and then they're wondering why the same people are insensitive, and people are this and that, and people don't. They should know what not to say and what to say and all that. But you want people to stop saying things that have just abruptly. Like, for instance, I know, and this is a topic that, and I understand. I understand why, because I remember in the 90s and even in the early 2000s, with the people would use gay as saying they did that is too stupid, or you're stupid, or whatever. They'll just say gay, and then now when you say it, it's you hate gays. And you gotta understand, when people is in a certain bubble. Let me say a bubble. Let's just say it's a bubble. You grew up in a certain neighborhood or whatever, where slang is what you know. You grew up in an area where that's the slang. That's what you know. And then time changed, but people still is using it the same way. Because if I go to Bronxville right now, I will still hear people, little kids and even little kids and the teenagers still using that term for stupid. It's still being done up to now. Believe it or not, I hear it out here every day. I hear it outside every day. It's something that's still being used, because a lot of these kids don't watch the news and none of that stuff, so they don't know what's going on. but you gotta explain things to people. They just think that you should know, and bam, to stop something. Like the Oriental. Oriental became racist or insensitive. I don't know when that happened. I just reason I know is when my girl was watching the reel, and Jeannie was speaking about on that and saying it's so insensitive. But as far as I know, the word meant from Asia or Asia. I don't know when the word became insensitive. I have spices in my cabinet in my kitchen cupboard right now that's coming from China and Asia, different parts of Asia that has Oriental on it. I got a curry that says Oriental curry. You buy it in the store. I go to the Chinese shop that's not too far from here, that's open 24 hours a day, and there's products in there that says Oriental. So I don't know when it became such an insensitive thing, and it's like it's so abrupt. It's so abrupt. It's like there's no explanation. And I'm sorry if you're hearing all the sirens right now. Can't be helped. The neighborhood I live in. I mean that the ambulances stay driving by this area. Yeah, but I don't know when, and there was like no explanation behind it. Like how when I don't remember Oriental being used in a different way. I don't know what the meaning was. Anytime I hear Oriental, I'm thinking a Asian, and not just them. I mean anyone from Asia. So that's what I was thinking about. I never thought of it as I don't know if in the streets it meant a different word, or they was saying it and it meant a different thing. But from what I know, it meant what the meaning of the word is. So you want people to stop saying certain things or whatever, but there's no explanation behind it. Like how are we supposed to know? How are we supposed to know? You want us to stop saying certain things and whatever, but there's no explanation behind it. Certain things I understand. There's no explanation. You don't need an explanation behind it. Certain things you don't need no explanation. But even last year, I seen that they were pushing for us not to use the word "you guys." They didn't want you to say "guys," even though the word is just meaning everyone in the room. They don't want you to say that because it's sexist. Like, when did it become sexist? Because it was something that was being said for my entire life. So I don't understand when it became insensitive or sexist towards women. I've worked in companies where where my boss has been a woman, and she walk in the room and she says, "Good morning, y'all," or "Good morning to all you guys," and stuff like that. Or she said, "Come here, guys," and she's done to she have a meeting on the floor with everybody. So I'm confused of when it became a sexist thing, and it's crazy. It's crazy that you can be canceled for your opinion, even though it's not bad, even though something he probably read about or heard about. It's something that's now anti-Semitic. I just don't know when it became that. It's like everybody's so sensitive that anything is triggering them to go on their keyboards and type away he's being this and he's being that. And certain things I don't know. Same thing with the councilman, forgot his name, from here in the Bronx or whatever it is, that said went in the Spanish radio station and said that the gays run. You know, a question that he was asked anyway, that the gays run City Hall, and all of a sudden he's anti-gay. And my girl actually said, well, he's a Pentecostal pastor and they usually don't like gays. And I'm like, but when did he say that? Because if you're basing it on something he said on a radio show, which part, there's no mention of him saying that. Everybody keep reporting that he said gays run City Hall or Albany, whatever it is. What part of that is anti-gay or anti-LGBTQ community, whatever the case may be? What part of that statement is hateful? Because they're saying he's so hateful and all that. Which part of that statement is hateful? Is it that they run the local government? Is that the part that is hateful? Because I don't see that as hateful. What if he had said the that the heterosexual people run the local government? Would he be hateful against heterosexual? I don't understand how simple. It's like people's comprehension is just way out there. It's like they twist your words. It's like having a argument with somebody who's just gonna keep twisting your words over and over again. It's like some of the arguments I have with people when I say something and I say one thing and they hear a whole completely different thing for what I said, or they take my words and put it into a meaning that makes them angry, and that's not what I said. Before they listen and listen to the words, they take your stuff and spin it, and this is what this is how the world has become now, where I don't want to say the world. I'll say this country. Maybe there's others, but where everything you say, whether even if it's not hateful, is hateful. I mean, that's all I have to say in this topic. I really wish he didn't cave in, but who am I to tell him what to do? He obviously wants to continue to live the lifestyle he's been living, and he realized everything is being, you know, taken away from him, and he decided he wants to keep at least something, but it is what it is. I mean, that's just my opinion. Just let me know whether you agree or disagree with me. Just let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down is up to you. And subscribe to the channel. And yeah, don't forget to hit that bell notification icon. This is Stuttering Drew, and I see you guys in the next video. Peace.